My name is Percy Jackson.
Alright, this is our screen test of William's little mascot.
We have to name it. What is its name? We'll figure it out.
So, what we had planned out is we are going to talk through our thought process of a Percy Jackson themed Dungeons and Dragons. And so, for the heavy Dungeons and Dragons people, I'm somewhat of a noob still. I've only ever played one campaign. Well, you've played.
She has DM'd 0 times.
I haven't been a dungeon master yet. And William has done 2 campaigns or 3?
I've done 2 campaigns, also DM 0.
Yeah, he's done 2, DM 0, so...
And then I'm pretty sure Shannon has done 0, DM
Yes,
0.
I've done nothing on purpose so that it wouldn't take over my life.
Yes, so we're not going to use all of the traditional Dungeons and Dragons mechanics here. We're going to make this simplified, and we're going to make it make sense to this world. It's our own homebrew. I know other people have done this. Like, I know that there's probably ones we can already access, but it's just kind of fun to, like, think through some of these things to build out the characters, you know, like how we would imagine them rather than going by somebody else's system. And I definitely just, like, I thought about this, and I thought the best way to approach it is to make it a quest, you know, like, make... rather than going out into a dungeon, you guys are going to be a quest group. And I haven't decided yet because we have such a small party. We need 5. So...
We don't need 5. It's just...
No, quest is 5.
Quest is always 3.
Quest is 3.
3. We're fine. This is like normal for Percy Jackson.
Okay. No, we're reading Titan's Curse. That's why I'm thinking 5. Yeah, so also just to give people that reference, right now William is reading the books for the first time with me, and we are on Titan's Curse. We just got to the part where Percy officially joins the quest, where like they know he's there and he's allowed to go with them now. William, who is your favorite character?
Grover.
Okay, Grover. Which makes sense. This kid has been a vegetarian since he was 5. He, like, is such a nature lover.
It's like Grover because Grover's cool.
And he's funny, right?
Yes.
You're not as dead as we thought you'd be. Surprise.
Definitely giggles the most with Grover.
That makes sense for William.
Yeah. Yeah, he loved Tyson when we were reading Sea of Monsters.
Tyson's the best. He just is.
We're going to do step 1 of building out our characters, which is deciding what kind of character we are going to play. And I thought of every feasible type of being that we've seen on Quest so far. So those are the choices that we have. It's not the full array like in Dungeons and Dragons. So I figured Satyr would be a good one. And a satyr would have to be a young enough satyr that it looks like it can blend in with the campers at Camp Half-Blood. Whether it be a satyr with a background that they are the type of satyr that goes to schools to, like, scout out demigods, or they just work at Camp Half-Blood, because I know that there's some that are mentioned just to kind of work in the strawberry fields.
Yeah, the best I can tell with the satyrs is that their, like, home base, I guess, is what you call it for their annoying little council, is at Camp 2. And so they're always nearby, but they're not really involved in a lot of camp stuff necessarily, in the same way that all the other kids are, I guess. Is the best way to, how it comes across to me anyway. That could be wrong, but that's what I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for the most part, they, like, none of them get as involved as Grover. In Dungeons and Dragons, one thing that we are going to copy is the idea that each type of being has their own, like, general alignment that they tend to be. And that's the chart where it has, like, chaotic good or lawful good to chaotic new. Yeah, you explain it.
Yeah, lawful good to chaotic evil. And, so there's, 3 kinds of, like, lawness. There's lawful, which means you follow laws. chaotic, which means you don't, and neutral, which means you don't really care about them.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's good, neutral, and evil, which I think are self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's chaotic good, neutral good, lawful good, chaotic neutral, true neutral, lawful neutral, chaotic evil, neutral evil, and lawful evil.
Yep. And so for a satyr, I imagine that they would tend to be somewhere on the spectrum of neutral to chaotic good. And then for special abilities, they can speak to animals and other nature beings. I was thinking because, like, Grover speaks to plants, and I know that that's a lot more in TV show canon now, where he, like, speaks to the literal tree holding the fleece. But, yeah, like, I almost said something that's a spoiler. I put can form an empathy link with a demigod, and then has heightened senses. I actually don't know enough about goats to know if dark vision would make sense for Grover, or like for a satyr to have.
Goats can't really see in the dark. They're just goats. They can't usually do that. It's fine if they can in this make-believe world. Like, let's go to town goats. But normal goats on farms just, fall over and go to sleep at night. They can't really see anything.
Okay.
Yeah, so I put heightened senses because I figured it's more just he has animal senses. And then Dungeons and Dragons also lets you choose certain paths as you level up. And so Satyr would be one that is able to do that. And I think you can search, or you can choose between you're a future searcher, somebody who scouts demigods, or you're just somebody who works in the strawberry patches. And let's see. So the next type of person I thought we can put in the party is a hunter. And so I said a hunter can be a female presenting being between the ages of 10 and 16. We're not going to be as strict as in the books.
No, we're not.
That's why I said female presenting. And that's why I don't, well, they're not specific on, like, especially in the later books where we know monsters get treated a little bit differently. Like, we don't know if they can eventually become part of the hunters, or if it's just demigods and humans, like, it really, to me, I think it's open to interpretation still. So I am open to, if you wanted to be a hunter, that's some sort of other being. That's kind of a cool idea. And I was thinking for their alignment, they would tend to be lawful to neutral good. Because we've seen that they're very strict about, like, their code. They literally take an oath. Mm-hmm. So I think they have to be somewhat by nature.
It really depends. They're like a whole philosophical debate, but because it's the whole thing that they don't get involved in a lot of things, and until they are in danger. But still, that is more like just lawful good. Of Artemis says that we can get involved now, so let's go do this. That's pretty much how they work. And they more protect women, I guess, than women presenting people.
Yes.
As long as Artemis thinks you're a woman, like, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else she thinks is going on, but as long as she thinks you're a woman, she'll go off and protect you.
Yeah. Which, like, Rick's Artemis is a lot more strict about that than mythology Artemis. So for a hunter's special abilities, obviously they have eternal youth. We know that is canon. But I like the other part, and this is just suggested in something Bianca says when she makes the oath, is that I think it would increase their dexterity and their constitution, which is basically like your health in Dungeons and Dragons terms.
Health is different, but having a higher constitution usually means you'll have a higher health.
Okay, yeah. But basically, it makes you stronger, and it makes you, like, faster and more agile.
That makes sense. I don't know if this is right, but I always kind of assumed that hunters, whatever their powers were before they turn, that they become like amped up when they're hunters now.
Kind of like Twilight vampires.
Yeah, I'm sure that's like the YA books that I was reading around the time when I read these books was probably where I got that from. But that's the only way I know how to describe that feeling, and I hope that that's right. We'll see in season 3 what happens with Bianca and how they show her to see if we're right about that or not. But I feel like that's what it is.
So this was actually from the wiki for Percy Jackson, but they had can communicate with animals on there, so I'm keeping that. And they said especially wolves. They literally glow, but I kind of just want to interpret that as they have dark vision. Like they're able to see in the dark, especially because of the tie up with the moon to Artemis.
And I think it's also like a physical manifestation of how they look different now. Because I do remember that in Titan's Curse that Percy keeps talking about how Bianca just has like a different like air about her. And I think that's their way of showing that they literally like glow a little bit when they're in. I want to glow like the moon. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's
like
cool.
I love the moon. I'm a Cancer rising. I look at the moon all the time and I'm like, you're so pretty. So I would love to glow like the moon.
Well, William, you know from experience, middle school girls are somewhat intimidating, right?
Just a little bit.
Not really. I could take like one.
You could take one, okay.
Maybe. Because I actually know how to use sticks. So if I grab a stick,
You would use
I
a
was
stick.
terrified of middle school girls when I was a middle school girl. Like, I was like, get me away from these people. Like, what am I doing? I don't know how to do anything. Help me. God.
So the next type of person that I was thinking could be on this one, we won't say where this was inspired since William hasn't gotten that far yet, but a mortal. And so I think the mortal would have to be between the ages of 13 and 16. So building out your character, you could choose any age in that range. Mortal, I kind of also base this off of, you can be a human in Dungeons and Dragons, believe it or not. Some people choose to play Dungeons and Dragons and be a human.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It gives you +1 to all your stats.
I don't know, their description was the shortest when I was looking it over. But for their alignment, it says that they don't gravitate towards any particular alignment. So I think that just is, like human behavior runs the gambit. You can basically decide how you want to play it. And for special abilities, I think it would have to be somebody who can't be tricked by the mist. Like, in a way that even the satyrs and the demigods might fall for. Like, that would have... Because they can't just have no special abilities. That's just
they gotta have something.
They do have special abilities.
Even if...
They have the ability to, like, probably be the best race and they're alive.
Maybe, I don't know.
They are in... I think they are in D&D.
Like Sally on the show.
Yeah.
And her, like, prophetic dreams that she doesn't understand until she talks to somebody else. That sort of thing.
Yeah, maybe. And then I put cannot be hurt by celestial bronze, of course, is another special ability. But it really only depends on whether or not your enemy is using a celestial bronze weapon or not. This one that we were thinking was in honor of Tyson. You could be a Cyclops. So a playable Cyclops will be 5 to 11 years old. It'll be hard to look at for most.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. So that's why I wrote it so weird.
Yeah. So a Cyclops' special abilities is, of course, they can withstand fire. They are extremely smart and skilled. And then I put proficient with all machinery and tools.
Yep.
Like, automatically, they can go to any type of machine, any type of tool, and just know how it works. For a Cyclops alignment, this is what William wrote. They tend to be neutral evil. Okay. Chaotic evil. Chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
True neutral or oh my gosh, my brain is not working. Chaotic good. There we go. They kind of are all over the place.
They're usually.
Somewhat. It depends, because there's the Cyclopes that work in Poseidon's forges, and that work in Zeus's forges that are pretty loyal. But then again, there's also ones that are actual monsters.
Zeus has forges.
There was 3 special ones that made his lightning bolts, if I'm remembering
they're in a future
correctly.
book. But it really depends on what they're loyal to. Some of them are just loyal to themselves, like Polyphemus. It was just loyal to himself, and so that means he was more chaotic evil, pretty much. But the ones that are loyal to, like, it still is bad. Like the ones that are loyal to Zeus are still like chaotic evil because they're loyal to Zeus of all people. But Tyson is loyal to to Percy and the other demigods, and that's just like chaotic good all the time.
So then we get into the demigods, and we're gonna go in order that the houses go in Percy Jackson. So a demigod child of Zeus would have an alignment that is a high tendency towards chaotic neutral, I think. I mean, you can try to play it otherwise, but I feel like they would default that way because Zeus is that way.
There has to be chaos when Zeus is around in any way.
Yeah. Special abilities, able to control the weather, can control lightning and electricity as well as resist it. They can manipulate air, and they tend to have a lot of ego. That's more of a flaw, though, William.
It is, it was on the wiki.
It was on the wiki, okay.
Well, that's not what they said. They said they have leadership characteristics, and I said ego, and it basically said that. It basically said they think they're good at stuff.
They sure do. They sure think they're good at stuff.
We have cabin number 2 is Hera. She doesn't canonically have any children, so we're just going to leave that one out. Cabin number 3 is Poseidon, and they would tend to be anywhere on the good spectrum, we think.
That I think. I don't think she checked that.
I did check it over.
Oh.
So they would have control over water and limited ice control, heal and strengthen in water, water immunity and fire resistance, know how to boat. Why did you write it that way?
I wanted to make it one.
It's the navigation thing from
Walker Scobell did a good job showing that he knows how to boat. That's what he did. That's what he did in that one scene. He knew how to boat.
Talk to horses.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. On the list. So cabin number 4 is Demeter, and I wasn't sure because there's not a lot of Demeters, especially in the first 5 books. Not a lot of named Demeter kids that we actually have personality of, and so I just put they don't gravitate towards any alignment.
That's what I put actually, and she agreed with that.
Did you actually read Trials of Apollo?
No, I haven't. I read one of the books, but I have zero memory of it. Besides that, Apollo made me laugh a lot. But I don't remember any of the actual plot.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember that the little kid that's with Apollo in those books, Meg, was a Demeter child until some people on one of our videos left comments saying that she was. And so I don't remember. I just know that she is and that she has a bunch of powers and stuff, but we haven't read that yet. So we can't add that in for another 7 years because that's so many books ahead. That's some of the newest ones. We're never gonna.
I know, right?
Whatever. We'll get to it eventually, but we just know that they're there.
William, were you trolling me with these bullet points?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Ability to move plant, William.
I was tired.
Yeah. Okay. What did you mean?
I know. I'm just picturing one single plant. I have powers over lilies only. Those are the only things that I can move. This is
They can manipulate plants.
this is just autistic sense of humor. Like this is what happens when we're tired. We just default to things that make us laugh, and like,
This is my
good luck if you don't get it, because we're gonna get it and we're gonna think it's great.
They can make them grow. They can locate them.
They can like detect the location.
They can detect the location. Okay. Control plant housing market.
It can move the earth.
It can move the earth. Okay.
They can move the earth.
Can turn plants into food.
Yeah, they're good at cooking.
Oh, okay. They have special cooking abilities, apparently. Then we have cabin 5 is the Aries cabin. So, demigod child of Aries. We thought that they would gravitate towards the chaotic side. I put, though they are often misunderstood. And William was like...
You don't need to say that. You don't need to say that.
I think you disagreed with me there. But I put, they're misunderstood but chaotic.
They're very chaotic.
And I think that's just more me. I really do like what they've been doing with Clarice's storyline on the show.
I can say, as like an Aries moon, we're very chaotic. Even when we're fully understood.
Yes.
We just are chaotic. And that's like the fun of us? At least I think so.
For someone who likes to be alone, you can't seem to shut up!
Their special abilities, they can adapt to weapons speedily. They have a horrible temper. That seems like a flaw.
It was on the wiki.
Okay. One animate... Oh, you tried to, like, make actual rules for it.
Yeah, I thought it...
Apparently the demigods can animate fallen soldiers, too. And so William's thinking the mechanic will be you can do one dead person per 7 full rests.
So basically once per campaign, since this is going to be a short campaign.
Yeah, so you'll get to use it once if you choose a Child of Aries.
Maybe twice if you use it at the very beginning.
Yeah, why would you use it at the very beginning of it? I kind of wish we were on Battle of the Labyrinth, because Battle of the Labyrinth would be so much easier, because it's kind of a dungeon. Anyways, so cabin number 6 is the Athena cabin. I think they would tend to gravitate towards being lawful, mostly lawful good, but possibly lawful neutral as well.
Mm-hmm.
They would be good at the arts. They are crafty, I think is what this originally said, sir.
It said they were good at build architectural. I don't remember the exact wording.
Good at architectural.
A bunch of different types of art. So
yeah. No, I meant the manipulative part. Did you mean that they were crafty?
Oh, I misunderstood crafty. Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a good memory. Adapt to weapons slightly faster.
It's in between like a normal person and an Aries person, because it said limited on the wiki.
Yeah, and they didn't have a whole bunch of powers, honestly. Like, theirs was one of the shortest, probably like the second or third shortest out of all of the little wiki abilities sections on the cabins.
Yeah, because they don't have any, like, actual powers. That's the whole Athena cabin thing, is that they're really intelligent, but they don't actually have any actual, like, superpowers. I do think it's funny to think about how Athena would want them to be, like, neutral good, but they're all, like, chaotic good instead.
How embarrassing it must have been to have Odysseus trick you into thinking his name was nobody, then jabbing you in the eye with a spear. That was just so rude.
Let's see, so cabin number 7 would be a demigod child of Apollo. I think that it's hard to pinpoint them, so I'm not going to say they have any particular alignment. And for special abilities, they have great aim with weapons, heal and cause diseases. They can control music.
From reading other books and remembering them, Will is an Apollo child. They're definitely chaotic good. He willingly dates who he dates. Like that is,
Yes.
he likes the chaos. They definitely would like the chaos. I feel like they would be bored if everything was relaxed and fine.
They can control the seasons, but I want to say that's probably limited to sunny seasons. Was it specific on there?
I didn't read.
Okay. Because he is tied to the sun, so I feel like it wouldn't be anything more than that. On 8, I believe, is the demigod child of Hephaestus. I think they would tend to be somewhere on the good alignment. So they have machine sensing and identification, probably going to work similar to the Cyclops, where, very proficient immediately with machinery and tools.
That's actually not what it said. The wiki said they can detect traps, they can know what kind of machinery if they touch it, and, what was the last thing?
That's literally a D&D thing. You should have put detect traps as a... We're going to put detect traps on there. Then was there, a detect malice kind of error to it?
I don't think there was.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, are you talking about error to the spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that works because it detects things that are built to harm.
Okay.
So they probably wouldn't be able to be a pitfall trap in Percy Jackson. Anyways.
Okay, so they
The
have...
pitfall trap is one of the examples for things that wouldn't work.
What did you mean by flame burning?
They heat up flames. They can superheat flames.
Okay.
Which, you heat something up by burning it, so you burn heat to
Okay.
make it hotter. It's probably, this is so dumb,
That's
probably the worst description. To the scientist is probably going to be so frustrated.
I think you're good, buddy. Fire immunity and flame detection?
Yeah, they can detect fire from thermal vision.
Okay. Thermal vision?
Yeah.
Should we put that on there too?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. And then we have the children of Aphrodite. I think they would tend to gravitate towards neutral alignments because they're really only interested in themselves.
Well, that's not fair. Because of Selena.
Yeah. It's a suggested one. It's not necessarily the end-all be-all, but I would say that, these are generalizations when we talk about the character alignments. You could theoretically write your character out of the tendency, but, that has to be a part of their storyline then.
Yeah, I can...
You want to explain it?
The special abilities.
Oh, the special abilities of Aphrodite.
Oh.
Is there something funny on here?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Control over things that waste time.
Stop taking 5 years to put on makeup.
Okay,
Stop.
control over makeup, apparently, was what that meant.
Also, apparently, some kind of clothes and also jewelry.
Is Charm Speak on there?
Yes. It's, I believe it's the next one. Or it's the third one.
Oh.
That one's also fun.
Yeah, so he put control over love and desire, magically enhanced peer pressure. Is that
That's
what you meant by
basically
charm
what
speak?
Charm Speak is basically subtle manipulation, basically. With their voice, trying to convince people to do the things that they want. It's honestly actual manipulation, basically, that they can do.
Okay, so popularity, was there any more to that?
They have high social skills, which is basically just popularity. Because I'm pretty sure social skills are just luck. I'm pretty sure you just got lucky to be social.
Yeah, and in D&D, one of the stats you get is charisma, so it just sounds like it's a high charisma build. And then they can change their body features.
High intimidation, which doesn't really make sense, but it's fine.
I can see how they could be intimidating. So yeah, and then they can change their body features. So, that's Aphrodite. Then we get to Hermes. So they would probably gravitate towards the chaotic side. Their abilities include super speed, enhanced trickery, enhanced theft, enhanced brewery.
Yeah, they can make like potions and stuff easier.
Oh, okay. And enhanced economancy. There's like an economy magic word.
They're good with money.
Okay, I mean it makes sense. It's like the god of commerce.
I said economicacy.
Economicacy. Did you make that up?
Economicacy.
Did you make that up, or is that an
Yes,
actual?
I did make it up.
Okay,
but
I thought it sounded cool.
Check did not say anything about it.
So it might actually be a word. And then finally, okay, and this one was the shortest wiki entry for all of the demigod children's, is a demigod child of Dionysus. Personally, I think they would be a chaotic person, although like there's not many characters to go off of from the first 5 at least.
No, you don't really know them.
They're
they're there, but we don't really get to know them very much.
Yeah, similar to the Demeter kids, they have a lot of plant abilities. They can make plants grow, locate them, move them. They can control alcohol. Do you want to explain how that was written out?
I'm pretty sure it was basically just like that.
Oh, that they can control alcohol.
Alcohol and other drinks.
I mean, that makes sense. And then you put good at lying and gaslighting.
Yeah, they act to like, and they can like get out of trouble after it. That's basically just lying and gaslighting at the same time.
It's because of Dionysus is tied to like drama, probably, I'm thinking. Yeah, so, and again, it was like the shortest entry on abilities on the wiki. I also feel like it's kind of a plus that your dad's accessible at camp, although that's arguable because it's Mr. D.
Yeah.
So that's what we prepared for what type of characters you can pick. And we wanted to get started there just so, we could get feedback from like other listeners, because there's so much overlap with the different nerdy communities that I think like, D&D and Percy Jackson are always going to have some overlap. So if anybody has any other ideas on how to describe any of the demigods' abilities or any of the other playable races that I came up with, I was thinking about all of the non-playable races being NPC types, because things like dryads, nereids, and naiads are kind of tied to specific spots in nature. And so they can't necessarily move, but I could see them like being characters that the party has to interact with, potentially.
Dryads can move. They're actually in the monster manual.
Nereids?
No, dryads.
Dryads. Huh. I'll have to look at
actually
that.
Fight them.
It might not necessarily be the same. But Dryad in Percy Jackson is a little tree nymph that is tied to a specific tree.
I don't want to fight a tree.
Yeah, and by the way, I think, I'm probably wrong, but I think DND, it's like an elf who, like, was trapped.
It's something...
Who was, like, trapped
It's something else. Like, because I've seen that I've watched people play D&D since I was, like, 9. And just I used to try to read, like, the science fiction books that boys read, like all of the Terry Pratchett books and stuff, and I was like, these are too boring for me. But a lot of those books have them in it too, and so there's something that is not the Greek mythology. I'm sure it's inspired by Greek mythology, but they like made it somehow different, like how dwarfs are in Lord of the Rings or something. Just a little bit different than how other things would depict them. Brainstorm about like where the quest or the campaign could be for the first 3 books. Like, is there like a place that either one of you have ever wanted to explore more? We could just go back. It doesn't have to be chronological, but is there a place like that either one of you would want to like explore more like that?
What do you think from the books?
Sorry, what?
Is there some place, like some location that they go to in the books that have a hair?
Yes.
Is there a location that they go to in the books that you would like to visit for this quest?
I mean, I don't really care where we go, but I think it would be cool to, like, try, maybe, like, the, what is it called? The Sea of Monsters.
The Sea of Monsters?
That would be fun to, like, try it. Not fun for the characters.
That would be really fun for us to
Yes.
try to just do anything in the Sea of Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do
see
that.
if we, like, maybe could actually hit Scylla, however you pronounce it.
Maybe hit Scylla. I don't know if that's the best plan, but
just use Keyside ball arrows.
maybe. Let's see. Any thoughts about the TV show? Since you just finished watching that too.
Are you talking to me or her?
You. Our
think,
thoughts are already all over the internet.
Really?
Kinda.
I'll have to do this.
Every week, silly.
Oh, I thought you did it more.
We did do twice a week for a while, but once I got back into school, it was a little hard to keep up.
Okay. I think it's good, but there are some things that could have done better.
Hey, look, he agrees with us.
Okay.
Like, I feel like this is, like, really nitpicky, but I think Tyson should have had a slightly bigger eye.
Oh, okay. You wanted a more dramatic Cyclops look.
That makes sense.
No, it just felt weird with, like, the giant gaps, like,
They tried to make it so apparently Daniel Deemer wasn't like wearing any prosthetics or anything. They did it with his real face and they just blended his eyes together with computer.
Yeah, but I feel like they could have enlarged it.
They could have enlarged
Yeah.
it maybe a little. Make
I
it
can
a
see that
little more
because the fan
dramatic.
art for Tyson, his eye is like takes up a lot of his forehead in a way that is a little bit bigger, instead of it looking more realistic, I guess, than what they did this in the show.
Yeah. Any other things from the show?
They should have casted you as the voice actor.
Me as the voice actor?
For all of them. You're so good at your voices.
My voices aren't that good.
Yeah,
You just like my
Chiron.
Chiron. Yeah.
A couple questions for the campaign. Are we gonna encounter any of, like, the main characters of the show?
I could see the main characters being NPCs. Although Percy, when he's not on a quest, he's pretty busy. So
Maybe like
we don't need to bug him too.
So, if they do fight at any point, can I make their character sheets?
Yes.
Yeah!
I feel like if it
Okay.
makes sense within the story, like
Alright.
if it feels natural for somebody to show up like that, or if people watching our YouTube videos want to see people show up, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Because people have opinions.
Think of how I want the powers to work because it kind of seems like most of the time in the books, the kids discover their powers by accident. So I might decide on how your powers come to be. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it, but I feel like that might honestly make it a little bit more
Yeah,
interesting.
that'd be fun. Do whatever you guys feel like.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to play with us too, I mean, we honestly need one more for the quest anyways, because the DM playing in the party, it's not totally unheard of. It's just also a little bit lame because I know what's
Yeah.
going to happen. So
Yeah, I was gonna
so
post
if
everywhere
anyone-
once we did a video just to like explain it, so that people could watch it and see
Yeah.
like at least at this point what we have to go on. I'm sure there's some people that would want to. It would be nice. I like the idea of
Yeah.
that being a way to like bring people in who might want to like come on, but it's scary sometimes to imagine going on a podcast if you've never done it before. But playing like a game is easier because you already know what you're going to do. So If you're somebody like
Exactly.
that, then that's an easy way for you to tell us that you want to see what you want to do and test out your like writing skills or creativity skills to see what you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, so it'll be fun. Let us know if you guys are interested.